Stadium in Eugene. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Oregon Ducks. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Rebels ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. From inside the 15, here's the return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
So now it's 2nd and long. Throwing more. Steps away to find some room. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Running into the open space. Makes it past the marker. Breaks into the open. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Haas. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Finding some room. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Finds his big tight end. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Well, a short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. He's looking to throw. Just not quite. To make the connection, it's incomplete.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Fires to the right. It's complete. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Here comes the offense on first down. The run from the shotgun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Dante Moore. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Quarterback making checks. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. Right on the money. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Trying to keep the drive alive. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Makes the grab. It's Odom.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2 & 1. 2
The Rebels have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The run inside. It's Lacey. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Unloads quickly. Caught, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before. He carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Complete. Touchdown, Rebels! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
In the passing game, paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation, so let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage, found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense.
Oh, he's got some space. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Pocket breaking down. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels.
welcome to L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Louisville Cardinals. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Did you know Louisville has one of the most unique stories about their stadium in all of college football? The L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium was built on a former railroad repair yard that opened in 1998. The land on which it was built was previously serving as a site for the Louisville and Nashville South Louisville Rail Yard. During construction of the stadium, the blaring train horn was used at the rail yard to indicate shift changes and was reclaimed. It is now blown pregame and each time the Cardinals score. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Gamecocks ready to kick it away first. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Brown. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Quick release on the RPO. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Quick release by the QB. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Again, it's Brown. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Delayed handoff. It's Brown. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield.
And here's a good lesson for a lot of young receivers out there watching this game. You got to create separation against man-to-man coverage. You got to run away from the defender and come back to the football. That's what that receiver did on that play.
From the red zone, it's Brown. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals!
That's so frustrating for the opposing offense, too, because you're just salivating. You're just waiting for an opportunity to get on the field. The offense possessed it the entire first quarter and then capped it off with a touchdown. That was amazing.
And he made the extra point without problem. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Quarterback making adjustments. Here's Sellers to throw. Bring in the heat. Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for the...
There he goes. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. And the Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Sellers. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Just going to keep it after the snap. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And man, that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to feel you. You want to make sure you land on top of him, hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out, force the fumble, get the big play for the D.
Here's Brown to begin the drive. And he can't get past the 2-yard line, but at least they avoided going backwards.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. grabbed in the middle. It's Richardson. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Thank you. That's what the defensive backs say to the defensive linemen when they get home and put pressure on the quarterback fast and the ball comes out erratic.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. He'll take a deep shot here. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Second down coming up. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Brown.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. And how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. Got a little grass. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. The Cardinals will have it 1st and 10. He'll set up to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return.
And that's just a force by the quarterback. They're throwing it into cover 3. It's a zone coverage, and if you're going to try to throw it deep down the middle, you need another route to occupy the safety and take him away. There was nothing there that time. That's just way too easy of an interception for him.
Might be calling a hot route. Throwing Sellers. Caught in the backfield, it's Tuggle. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not in this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
That's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Here's Sellers to throw. And the quick shuffle pass. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Rushes on him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He got it. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And the Cardinals will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Sellers from the gun on third down. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a picture-perfect start for this defense. To start the second half now, your team's got the lead. You get to stop right away, get the ball right back to your offense to try to expand this lead. Nice start to the second half.
Slips through the line. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Looking long. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Running inside. It's Brown. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Now facing a third and long. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And that's an interesting call, going play action on third and long, because the defense is not worried about you handing the football off. That's not freezing anybody, especially these defensive ends. They're going right up the field, and you saw that time the pocket collapse as they were able to get to the quarterback.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. 3rd and 8. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He'll pull it down. Throwing on the run. Underneath toast to coverage. Got it deep downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Spins away from the defense. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Going to the run. It's Fuller. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this.
Shakes a man, and he might take off. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He might want another play. Quick hitting end around on 1st and goal. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
But when you get down here inside the red zone, you got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Just 3 points on 3 previous red zone trips. The idea is to punch it in this time. On the move. Touchdown Gamecocks. They move on top here in the 4th.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the 4th quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
Let's see what he can do with the return. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Caught near the sideline, it's Richardson. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
The Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He'll try to take it back. Able to stay on his feet and get the ball to the 21-yard line.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And the Gamecocks have taken it inside the 20. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Pivotal moment, perhaps even a decisive play coming on 3rd and 3. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. There's got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Richardson. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Can't get him to the ground. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. It's a fumble! And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
Ball security has to be at a premium. They're lucky that rolled out of bounds, and now that's set up 4th down. But, David, you know against this defense, they are coming and they want to create takeaways.
And as a defense, that's what you focus on week in, week out, trying to get that football,
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. 4th down, Sellers. Here's the pressure. Gets drilled as he throws the big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
They'll go right back to the run. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Third and inches, and we'll have to wait for it as a timeout is called. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And the Cardinals come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like...
All right, wait a minute here. They are going to send out the field goal unit and take what they hope is assured points. And he got it! And they take the lead inside a minute to play.
Man, that is a massive field goal. So much pressure on him. With just a couple of seconds left here in the game, he knocks it through the uprights. It looks like this thing's going into overtime as long as your defense is not completely screwed this thing.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Sellers. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Picks up the first down and gets out of bounds, and there are 20 seconds left.
And when the clock's running down late in the ball game, every first down matters, every second matters. Really good job by the quarterback, dropping back to pass, scrambling around, getting the first down, and also getting out of bounds to save precious seconds as this one ticks down.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Got his man. Turning it on. Touchdown, Gamecocks! On the banks of Lake Washington, it's Husky Stadium. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Washington Huskies. Free State College, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
The most beautiful views from the water on Lake Washington. Husky Stadium is something special. You can see the lake, the mountains. You can see it all from kickoff. This is one of the most glorious views in all of college sports. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wants to adjust the pattern. Now here's Sellers. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. It'll be 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Working the middle. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. The run inside. It's Clark. Maybe a crease. Shows off another move and gets down to the 33-yard line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Right back to the well. Sweet cut there. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Offense changing the play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fuller. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
Talking to their coaches, they said we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Throwing Sellers. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, he missed it. No good. After the miss, no change in the score.
And this place was going crazy before the game, and the offense on the first drive kind of quieted him down a little bit, but the defense, great job. They get a goal-to-go situation. They get the stop, force the field goal, force the miss. The crowd's back in it, baby.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He'll try it again. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. The give. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. Escapes the pressure going right. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. Oh, break out the oxygen tanks. The 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And, Dave, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver.
Credit Union Stadium. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Louisville Cardinals. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, bringing his team in on the road against a very good team, ranked in the top 25. They have everything it takes to compete. This is a big matchup that fans are excited to see, but he said we have to execute early and eliminate mistakes at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Gamecocks will kick off first, and here we go. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Got rid of it just in time. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Brown. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Back to the ground with the running back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Pulls it in with one hand.
Well, on a lot of 3rd downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country.
Makes a grab and room to run. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football. And, guys, that's not going to be the last time. Defense has done a nice job taking it away from them up to this point. The question, though, can they keep it up?
Get it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown Cardinals. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The run inside. It's Fuller. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. The Gamecocks are in the hurry-up.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asked to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Sellers from the gun on third down. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. He's got it and more than enough for a first down. Oh, look out on the right. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Once he got some room, it was over.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end, but forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on fourth down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
He'll bring it out. It's Richardson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll start on the ground with Brown. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
The quarterback and the offensive line really do a good job. What do? They sell pass first. Everything looks like pass. Nope, they hit you with a run. Really great job working together with a little bit of misdirection.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last two plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
And that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
And the Cardinals getting set on 1st and 10. Pulls it in. It's forward. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Well, how about that stick at the end? Nice job sticking the big tight end, making sure he doesn't get that first down. That's how you play physical defense. That's how you make him remember those tackles later in the game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The corners are walked up tight. Off play action. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Throwing on the run. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. That pass falls incomplete, and it wraps up an entertaining first. Both offenses doing damage. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry up.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive...
Oh, it's a fumble. And he was able to get back on top of his own fumble.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback, and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking for space. It's Fuller. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Floating away. Got the big paws on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Sellers. Makes the grab. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Gamecocks are rolling down the field.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical day.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He'll pull it down and run. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you've got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch passing can happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Eighth play of the drive coming up. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fuller. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry. Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own 1. They'll start on the ground with Brown. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their 2nd. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Finds a seam! Crosses midfield. Past the 30. Running inside the 20. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
In the red area, it's Brown. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville!
And they pay off the drive with the touchdown run, but what a drive. Almost the full length of the field, 98 yards. That's how you put a drive together when you're backed up on your own 2-yard line and get 6.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Sellers on the play action. Got his man on the outside. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Here's Sellers to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Here comes the heat. Turns it on in midfield. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Sellers, pocket breaking down, powers through the defender, bringing the heat. Could be an alley. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. He's got it down the field. They'll use right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Wants to go right back downfield. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Cardinals! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. The Cardinals Cardinals will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Might be changing the route. From the gun on third down, Sellers. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Bought a little time, lets it go. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the dive and the grab along the right sideline.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on third and long. Throws to the tight end. Complete in the middle. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line. Now it's second and goal. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Cardinals! And they...